Okay, loves, welcome back to ExoticTeaBlog. I am back with a new video. Before we get into this one, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Please hit the notification bell so every single time I post, you'd be notified. If you are new to my channel, you're welcome. Please hit the subscribe button, and I love you. And I promise you are going to love it here. So subscribe. With 10 subscribers, y'all should keep doing each for me. I also love you guys too, and I appreciate y'all daily support. Let's keep it going. Okay, now we have got a lot to discuss on this video, and y'all can hear my voice. You know I'm gagging because I mean something to gag over. But Nicki Minaj left her foot on haters' neck. Okay, that's her New Year resolution, and she's doing it in full glory. We would get into that. Also, Cardi B got shade. I'm sorry, she got humbled. Okay, she got humbled real quick yesterday. And also, Corisa, Blueface's mother, spoke out for Nicki Minaj, and she defended Nicki Minaj. And not only that, Nicki Minaj did another interview when she met with Trump, but not necessarily with Trump. We would get into that on this video, so make sure you sit tight, grab your cups, and hit the thumbs up button. Let's jump right into this video. Starting up with Barney B, okay? Because let's just get this over with. Unfortunately, Cardi B got shaded at the Trump account summit while Nicki Minaj was on set for the second interview she did, or she during the second interview they gave Nicki her props and said Nicki Minaj looked good, and in fact Nicki looks better than her competitor, which was not necessarily a competitor, while she was with Kamala Harris. Okay, let's just get into what he had to say, but he was definitely being messy and shady.
Presence, and by the way, how well did she do on stage with the president?
Thank you. I was very scared.
You look pretty good behind the seal, by the way.
Thank you.
I must admit, your competition, which really isn't competition, didn't really look good behind the seal when they were with Kamala Harris.
Oh,
Just saying. So, Nicki, look.
Oh my god, that was a gag. Okay, that was a gag. We're not going to lie. He was being shady. Okay, he was being messy and he was being shady. And I was living for the moment because let's be for real, he was on facts. Okay, he was on facts. Tell me why the 33-year-old face-changing alien Barney B was looking a hot mess. Okay, she was out there looking a mess and still couldn't read. The girl could not read. She could not read. She could not pronounce. She said Trump says. She looked a fucking mess. The other female rap skunk, Glorilla and Meg Thee Stallion, they was on there dancing and twerking. Like, the girls was a mess. No shade. Let's just call it for what it is, okay? And I know he was being messy, but let's work with facts here. Barney B looked a hot stinking mess. Y'all can see these pictures on your screen. And I know she's finna go on a coke rant, but do I really care? No. Nicki was at the, and it's really no shade to Barney B, but like, you would never look better than the queen of rap, okay? You can do all them damn surgeries you'll be going for. You can meet several doctors, and I know she already screenshotted Nicki pictures from yesterday because Nicki looks fire. She looks so tea, and she's going to send it to her surgeon, but like, it's not going to come out like this, okay? You are always going to be the chopped version of Nicki. Nicki is forever going to be the actual version of what you are trying to create, but you would never get that, okay? Let's clear that. But I mean, she looked so tea and Cardi B looked a mess, and I'm living for the messiness from the interviewer. No shade. Not only that, let's also point out how Nicki Minaj was welcomed. Okay, Nicki Minaj was welcomed by Trump auto workers, and they all loved her presence. They was happy, they was smiling, they welcomed her warmly. The video, everybody has been talking about how Trump said, oh, y'all forgot I was here, because I mean they saw another star. Okay, they saw the queen of rap, and they was like, damn, she's cool, she's pretty, she's this, she's that. It was a lot. Okay, you see, the liberals, and it's sad to say, black Americans, y'all never welcome Nicki like this. Y'all would never welcome her like this, and it's really sad to say. So I'm really happy Nicki Minaj is doing what she's doing right now, because I mean, it's favoring her, and that's all we care about, her safety and we also care about Nicki Minaj being at the right place at the right time, doing the right things at the right time. Okay, so this was a very, very good look. I don't care what nobody says, but Nicki continued to punk haters. Okay, so Nicki had posted that she got the Trump Gold card. Okay, Nicki got the card, and she posted it and she was like, "Whelps, dot 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 dot." And I'm telling y'all, this tweet has over 8 million views, and this tweet has over 132,000 likes the time I saw it. And I'm like, people was really gagging over this, because do you know what that card means? Do you know what that card means? Now, a lot of people was on here saying that, whoops, Nicki paid for it. Nicki paid for it. Nicki paid for it. They could not believe their eyes. They could not believe their eyes. So all of y'all dummies that signed that petition to deport Nicki, and Nicki just got this. Y'all must be filming right now. Y'all haters must be filming right now like it's crazy. Y'all wanted to deport her, but look at how y'all flopping now. Look at how sad you are now. Like, sad as people. Now, for those of you that do not really understand how this Trump Good card works, you can pause and read. Okay, you can pause and read. I'm gonna leave it on my screen, so y'all can read for yourself, because I already know what it means, and you can see how expensive this can be. I mean, you gotta pay like 1 million. Okay, so to say Nicki pay for it, I mean, Nicki actually can pay for it, but like Nicki just cleared the air. Okay, so I mean, y'all should get into this little detail and information real quick, and let's move on from that to Nicki's tweet. So Nicki had tweeted, residency, the cope is coping, finalizing that citizenship paperwork as we're speaking, as per my wonderful, gracious, charming president. Thanks for the petition. Okay, she called out the people, she shout out the people that signed for that petition to get her deported. I wouldn't have done it without you. Oh, citizen Nika, you are the moment. Gold Trump card free of charge. Okay, so she got that card for free. Nicki plays chess and not checkers. When are you all going to learn? When are you haters going to learn? Nicki already figured out how to turn publicity in her favor. She already figured it out years ago, and she has been doing that till date. That's why we say she's playing checkers and not playing chess, because y'all hoes wanted her deported. Over 93,000 people signed that petition, and look at how plain y'all faces. Look at how plain y'all faces. Like, aren't y'all dumb? Y'all look dumb. Y'all sound dumb. Y'all sounded dumb. Y'all was always dumb signing up damn petition, knowing that she was never gonna get deported. And President Trump handpicked invited Nicki himself. So like, what are we talking about? It was not nobody bringing Nicki name up. It was him. So let's clock that. Don't let my head. Let's clock that, because he's going outside. He's crashing out. He has done several live videos dragging Nicki. He posted Nicki getting dragged in the comment section like, oh, we do not give a fuck about that. Now let's get into what Carlisa had to say about Nicki real quick, and I'll get y'all the end of this clip.
Y'all gonna leave Nicki Minaj alone. Y'all be on this talking about, let a woman have her own choice. It's a woman's right to choose. It's her body. It's her mouth. It's her life. It's her choice. Then soon as Nicki Minaj choose them other folks that y'all don't like, y'all want to have a problem with her. Now, if them people do her wrong, if they get on her or don't give her what they promised her, whatever the case may be, as colored folks, we still got to be here to welcome her back home. Now, I'm not about to let y'all sit on here and bother that lady talking about her husband and her brother and all of them other people that don't got shit to do with her. What we is going to talk about is her loyalty. Okay? I will rock with a that's loyal to their family. I will rock with them before I will rock with one of y'all getting on here dogging your family members out. Don't talk to your family member. I don't with my husband because I found out that when he was 16, him and a girl had a whole issue and he went to prison. That's a grown-ass man, and that was 30-something years ago. Y'all gonna still ride that lady by her husband? That's her husband. She ain't let y'all talk her out her spot or none of that shit, okay? She getting her feet rubbed that night. We are not about to be doing picking and choosing when we let women choose, okay? If y'all can go get 17 talk about my baby and y'all still support them, then why the hell is y'all bothering people? Leave them people alone too. Y'all be the first one. I see you in the comments. Yeah, she's so changed. She's a winner. She's this. She's that. Talking about I can't, baby. I got 3. I don't want them kids, and y'all be rocking and riding with them. Oh, I this last night, and I got my pink and my brown, and y'all rocking with them. But the minute they want to do something else that you don't approve of, then y'all got a problem with it. We gonna leave Nicki alone. That's her choice. If she want to go over there and be with white folks, you still got to accept her back when it's time for her to come back. That's what the Bible say. That's the rules, okay, and the regulations. Now, if she want to go over there and see what they talking about, she might bring us back a couple dollars from over there and share that shit with us. Let her take her ass on up over there, okay? She might be over there getting to find out some secrets when them get ready to let some shit off and call back and hooty hoo and tell us to duck. Y'all ain't letting people go do their job that the Lord put them in there to do. She might be in there, she might be in that like Nino Brown to infiltrate for your ass. Y'all better stop trying to run people's life before you around and don't get the message when they start going underground. Let her go on up over there and find out what them folks doing so we can figure out what the we need to be doing next. Okay? She might hear a little message in the room and we not gonna get to hear. Y'all trying to scare her out of getting the message. But God picked the right ones. He picked the one that wasn't scared of y'all when y'all talked about her husband. He picked the one that wasn't scared of y'all when y'all talked about her kid. He picked the right one when her brother had a case and y'all tried to blame that on her too. He know who to choose. The Lord know who gonna be faithful to go on up over there and find out some secrets for us. Because I need to know when them yell they about to let some off in the air. I need to go know when to go into my underground bunker too.
Okay, so I mean, let's get into what she had to say, because what I'm going to say is she was calling y'all out for them damn selective outrage. Like, y'all gonna go crazy for Nicki, y'all gonna go drag Nicki, y'all gonna do this, y'all gonna do that. But all the celebrities linked up with Trump and y'all was on radio silent. Like, bitch, what are we talking about? Like, y'all fake as fuck. And y'all be like, oh, it's always black. Oh, okay, it's always black women. It's always fight for black women. It's always protect black women until it's Nicki. Like, let's be for real. We're not doing that in 2025. And when Nicki Minaj home was getting swatted, y'all was on mute. Okay, all of y'all hoes was on mute. All of y'all hoes was on mute. That woman home with a 5-year-old was getting swatted and y'all was on mute. So y'all expect Nicki Minaj to play fair. Onika played nasty and she played in y'all face and she got what she deserved and what she wanted. Period. Okay, y'all cannot change it. On top of that, Nicki's donating 300,000 or 500,000 for the Trump account summit. Okay, so let's clock that. Nicki's doing something good and she's showing y'all that. Oh, y'all was calling her broke last week. I'm gonna do it 2 times in a row and I'm a citizen of this country. Okay, let's clock that. Now let's get into the second interview and I'll get you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.
And joining him is the most successful female rap artist of all time, the global icon known as the Queen of Hip Hop, Nicki Minaj. A record-breaking artist and cultural force whose influence resonates strongly with younger generations, she joins Alex Brusewitz for a fireside chat.
That was a good song. Should we turn that up? Do we have any barbs in the crowd?
Hey, Barbs!
Truthfully, if Nicki, it's an honor to have you here. I know the president was incredibly grateful for your presence. And by the way, how well did she do on stage with the president?
Thank you. I was very scared.
You look pretty good behind the seal, by the way.
Thank you.
I must admit, your competition, which really isn't competition, didn't really look good behind the seal when they were with Kamala Harris.
Oh.
Just saying. So, Nicki, look, everyone knows that you are the undisputed queen of rap, but what many people in this room might not know about you is who was Nicki before the fame? How did you grow up? Where did you grow up? what was the financial situation of your upbringing?
Well, I grew up in Southside Jamaica, Queens, New York City, and one woo, thank you. um, and you know, humble beginnings, and I would say that actually I came from a different country at about 5 years old, and always wanted the American dream. I thought that when I came to the United States, I was gonna be like moving into like a castle, and I was gonna be wearing big like poofy dresses and going out to like ballrooms. I don't know why I had that idea, but anyway, but so my parents both worked really hard, and I guess you could say they were very motivating people, believed in me, but we really didn't have much. There were times that in between jobs, I definitely remember my mother having to be dependent on the government for help. But it would always be a couple months here and there, like if she lost her job. She never felt comfortable staying on government assistance. So it'd be a couple months here and there, but it always made me think, I don't ever want to have that burden when I get older. Even as a kid, I felt like, this isn't how things are supposed to be, but I don't know how I knew that. And I remember one day asking her, how much did you make? And the look on her face when she told me the amount, like when she showed me her check, I could literally remember how it looked to this day. And even as a kid, I could tell she was disappointed in her check. So it always instilled something in me to be a go-getter and to like make my family proud by way of achieving my goals. So I would set really outlandish goals, kind of, and just hope for the best.
And that worked out pretty well for you.
I'd say so.
And I think it's safe to say that your family is more than proud of you.
Yes.
And we're also very grateful that your family, shared you with the rest of us, because you have so many millions of fans all across the globe. So thank you for sharing that. And we're here today, obviously, to talk about this Trump Accounts program. And I read in the New York Post this morning, which is real news for the most part. There's some fake news out there, right? And they might be in the room. But New York Post is real news, and they wrote today that you are partnering kind of with the Trump Accounts program to get hundreds of thousands of dollars to some of your supporters who end up having children. Why is this program something that you want to partner with and get involved?
Well, when you guys first did a live about it, it caught my attention right away. It seemed like something I had never heard of anyone doing before. And I could just tell that this is something that I wish I would have had access to as a kid and as a teenager growing up, because people don't talk about how when you graduate high school, if you don't have if you're not going to college right away, how scary it could feel. If you're not having your college paid for, how scary that could feel. So, and tuition is a lot of money, and cost of living is a lot of money, and loans and all that stuff. And a lot of people forget that that's very difficult for young people, and especially young people who are ambitious. They want to hurry up and leave home. They want to go and be in the real world, and then they get to the real world and realize, oh, it's not that easy. This is we're gonna have to pay some bills around here. And that's what happened with me. Like, I got out of high school, and I thought everything was just going to be smooth sailing, but I realized quickly, no, I have to work, I have to figure things out on my own if I wanted to live a certain way, and that's what I did. But if I had access to something like this, my whole life would have been different. So now I'm thinking about all those kids that are bright and just don't have, they're not born with a bank account, they're not born with wealthy relatives or parents, but they have so much to offer this world. And now they get to have some sort of hope. And I'm big on hope for children and for young people. They get to have hope knowing that they can be in the same playing field by the time they're 18 or in their young 20s. They can have something going for themselves at that age, which is going to contribute immensely, in my opinion, to their mental state as well. Because when you have to worry about paying bills, it doesn't only affect your bills, it affects your mentality, your mind frame. And we need our young people to have less stress. They're very stressed out, you guys. So that's what I love.
Well, I think that was spot on, and we are so grateful for your partnership, and I hope we can see many of your Barbs make beautiful babies in the next
Yes,
couple of
Barbs, go out there and make some babies, Barbs. We need some baby Barbs out there.
Look, a lot of politicians talk about helping Americans, but a lot of the policies have failed. We were talking backstage about, like, why hasn't another president thought of this, right? Like, why do you think President Trump is so, effective and creative when it comes to, these types of policies and being able to implement them?
Well, it's because he really wants change. He doesn't want to just talk about it. He's a businessman, which, in that world, people judge you by, are you successful at the things that you said you were going to do. So versus the average politician, they're just a politician who may want to be a celebrity. They don't care if their policies work 2 months from now, 2 minutes from now. They don't care if they inspire the next generation. They just care about getting in office. This is a different human being. This is a different president. This is a different kind of leader. This is a businessman and an authentic human being. So when he says that he wants to contribute something long term, way after he's in office, that's what he means. And you get to see all of these other people that are, that have a lot of money and that have a lot of influence. They're drawn to that. It's like a magnet, because everyone wants to make a change. Well, the good people want to make a change for the better. So,
Probably not Gavin Newsom.
oh no, he doesn't want to make a change. Absolutely not. Newsom only wants to be seen. He does not want to do anything credible with his time or life.
It's true.
I knew that would get them clapping. No.
And while he's on topic, what did you make of our great Treasury Secretary's comments about Newsom in Davos?
So spot on. That's one of my new heroes, I told you, now, because of the way he so calmly and confidently obliterated Newscum.
He's very effective, especially when it comes to destroying the left when it comes to arguments. And so let's get off of Newsom, because he's kind of a boring topic, right?
Very.
So, last question here is, all of the president's great achievements, from tax cuts to securing our border to bringing factories back home. I personally believe the Trump accounts will have the longest term effect, because 20 years from now, 18 years from now, kids are going to, be able to inherit this money, get this money, and they're going to have $50, $100, $200,000, $300,000 in their bank accounts. And I read today that if they're 28 years old and the money continues to grow, it could be up to $1.1 million by the time they turn 28 years old. And so, do you agree that this is going to have lasting impact?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It changes a huge part of the country. It changes the trajectory of so many lives. And now, these children will be able to loosen up a bit, enjoy, being young, enjoy, time being in high school and in college, knowing that they can have fun again while becoming a businessman or a businesswoman. Like, to me, there's nothing greater, well, almost nothing greater, than teaching financial literacy to young people. I think it's so important, and I think it should be in the curriculum in schools, actually, because it's a life-changing thing. They don't teach it, and it's what children need. It's what everyone needs, and these children, some of them, will be able to teach even their parents about investing, right? And I mean, that's a beautiful thing.
Absolutely. Nicki, I think everybody here is so grateful for your appearance. I know the president is. And we have a very special place we need to go visit now, so we have to cut this a little bit short. But this was such a fun discussion with you,
Yes.
and we are so grateful for you using your platform for good, advancing, highlighting the great victories of this administration, and also, I think most importantly, speaking out in defense of Christians who are being persecuted. You're incredibly courageous, and we're grateful for you.
I appreciate you guys. And thanks for hanging out with me, y'all. And thank you to our amazing president and his amazing administration. May God continue to bless them in all that they do.
Thank you, guys.